back. Happy Monday. How are you? I hope you had an awesome weekend. We had a busy weekend. If you would have been watching, you would have known that Mr. Jerry decided this weekend we were going to pull out Christmas and get it all up and done by Sunday. Now, you were either on the train of no Christmas until after Turkey Day, or you're on the train of Christmas, and we're going to be very thankful at Thanksgiving because we were able to put up our decorations, and now we can enjoy the rest of the short holiday season. So comment below without getting into any arguments because it's your household. Are you on train A, which is wait until Turkey Day, or B, like us? So anyways, I am so sore and so tired. I got in both days 5,200 steps for this lady who needs to lose 70 more pounds. And I was already sore when I got up Sunday. And yesterday when we finished it and everything, I was reaching more than I usually do, standing on my tippy toes more than I do. And I kept telling myself, ooh, you shouldn't be doing that because you'll probably feel it in your calves. Oh, my feet throb so bad. Yes, I should have had shoes on, but y'all, this is a barefoot young southern hillbilly, or as my dad would always say to me. But because I was the one growing up, he said, that always never had shoes or socks on. Even in the winter months, I'd walk out to, let the animals out in the bare snow and walk and come back in. I don't think I could still do that, but I could walk outside. But anyways, so we got it all done last night. We put up 3 trees, one in Jerry's area, one in the sunroom and the family, one out by the treadmill in the family room. And Mr. Jerry's area, he decorates himself. I just let him, he wants to do it, I just let him do it. And so he takes whatever, he puts whatever, and so when he got done with that, then we moved on into, let's see, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. So we got that all done. We got in all the rooms where the other tubs are, because we have tags on our tubs where they're supposed to go. And hopefully someone last year put them in the correct tub. And we moved on. I got up Sunday, and Sunday before the Lions game, I started decorating on my coffee station, our extra pantry, that little area there. Jerry was cleaning the kitchen. He was wiping counters. He took stuff out of the refrigerator, washed the refrigerator up. Not 100%, because we usually take the glass shelves out, and he didn't do that, but you just whatever as I was decorating that area. When I got that area done, we needed more little command strips for the doorways, because I put garland over it and different things that you put up on the walls anyways that we do. And we knew that we needed more lights because, well, we didn't. We wanted more lights. We usually had lights over his window, and he made the remark about, well, he thought that the dining room window needed lights, and then the kitchen window needed lights. And I said, why, garland is just fine for me. And so he went in town as I continued to, well, actually I took a break at that point because we've been decorating for a couple hours. And then, so he went in town, he bought all that stuff, came home, made lunch, and we watched our Lions play. And we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to move on. They lost, but they had a bye week, which means the week before they had off, and it seems like they always come back a little out of it, I think. But anywho, so as I was working in one area, he was putting up lights on the windows and all that stuff, and so he got that all done. And I started decorating in the family room on the family tree, watching the lions. And then he came out and started separating ornaments out, because in the sunroom I decided I wanted it more of all snowmen and the shiny glass bulbs and everything, the glittery stuff, the crystal stuff. And so we were separating that out. So we got that all said and done, and he had bought more lights to go all the way around inside the sunroom windows, and everything's covered with garland and all that stuff. So needless to say, we got everything done last night except for the floors still need vacuuming. That wasn't done because we both were tired and hurting. I had ordered through Amazon some wood frames for 4 8x10 pictures of our grandkids that I wanted up on the wall in the family room. And last night he was doing that. So that was really the last thing we did. And then we both kind of crashed because by 10 o'clock we were just like trying to stay awake. And I said to him, I said, well, really, our bodies are saying it's 11. We usually are up until 11:30. So about 10:15, we decided to go to bed. And we did. And then Simba got us up his normal time, which now is our, fall back time, was like 4 a.m. But his body doesn't know that. So we're just kind of, I don't know how you handle it, but this changing of time really does us in sometimes. And I had asked Google what time it was on Sunday, and he kept saying standard time. It wasn't Eastern time, it was standard time. I had to look it up because in the spring he changed to daylight savings time, and in the fall it's standard time. And I didn't realize that. So apparently we are in standard time. So anyways, got up this morning and my calves were just like saying, we don't like you. We don't like you. Oh, because they were been so dormant. You would think all that walking, but I think it was because I was raising up on my toes and stretching, because I told them at one point, I really dislike, I'm not as tall as I used to be, and I can't reach like I used to be. Yeah. So anyway, so this morning, got up, made coffee. Have a dry throat. I need something to drink. Crystal Light grape. And we just enjoyed our coffee. He must have just went down. He was going down to get milk. I bet he went just down to the road to the dollar store. And then he spent the time wrapping gifts that I had made and that he has made for the kids, and they're all out by his area. And I said I was going to pull out my family stuff because they're each getting a blanket and stuff, but that's going to wait until tomorrow. Because I came in here well, after lunch. It is bread making day, so I got bread done for the week, and then laundry, and I have to go, when this is done, go put it in the dryer. And so in between all that and having lunch and everything, I came in here to finish those 3 makeup bags. And I started with the smallest of them. One is 12 by 7. The other 2 are 12 by 9. And so now they're going to be a lot smaller than that. Let me see on this. This is going to be a 7. This one's 7 by 4. And the other one's going to be 7 by 2. So I came in here because I had them basically 3/4 done. They just need the ends sewn together and put the box pleats in them and everything. So I did do that. So the first one, it actually turned out. This is the 12 by 7. So I like the little tabs, the pink pop of the zipper. And when I unzip it, there is no seam in the middle because of the way I found someone who did this. There's no seam in the middle, so of the lining. And I did what's called a French seam. So it encases everything. I gotta clip that. Because if somebody says nobody wants a gift that has threads in it, and they're right. So anyways, so it just zips right up. So I think this is going to go to Lindsay, our daughter-in-law. So there's that one. The next one I made, it said it was going to be for me. I might have given that first one to Layla. She's already got 2 small ones. She really didn't need a third one. And this one I said I wanted it, but I would have given it to our daughter. But it was 12 by 9, and instead of doing 1 1/4 inch, because that would have made it maybe a little bit squattier, I did 2 inches because I wasn't for sure, and it made it a little bit taller. Now, it's still a cute little makeup bag, you know, and it has that purple because there was purple in it. So I told Jerry, I said, I will keep this for myself. And then this was the inside. But I still think it turned out cute. It's taller than I wanted, but you know what? I do a lot of crafts and everything, and that will hold crochet hooks. It will hold Laney hexies and stuff like that. That's what I could use that for. So that one I said, well, I will keep. Then when I do the last one, I go and I said, okay, now the first one, the corners were 1 1/4 inch. That was 2 inches. Let's do 1.5 inches. And this is what they should have been for a 12 by 9 originally. See? I really like this one. This one surprised me how well I like it because that gold zipper, because there is gold in this. I don't know if you could see the gold, but there is gold right around that flower right there. So, and I do not have any more 12.5 inch zippers. And then I did this for the inside. So this will go to our daughter. Jerry said that he liked this for Bethany. So that's what I got done. And really it doesn't take that long to do. So those are done. And then turn off my machine. Because I want to get I make those jelly roll rugs, and I wanted to do a Christmas one. Now I still have plenty of time to do one for Christmas. And I thought, okay, you get those done, and then you can do that Christmas rug. Because the Christmas rug is going to be from Moda, called Candy Lane by April Rosendahl. I mean, it's gonna, and I'll sew it just like it is there. But, and I'll have to decide if I'm going to start this right away or not. But it's there for me to do, only because now that I'm making this stuff, I see stuff and I want to try making it. And there was a gal that I started watching that's doing a wristlet, you know, a little wallet size wristlet that will hold your phone or whatever, and then it has the handle that's hooked to it. And I think she said it was made out of 5.5 by 8.5 inch, like a rectangle, 5.5 by 8.5. And you did 2 pieces for the front and back, and then your lining pieces, you know, were the same size, and then your batting was the same size. And then there's a zipper in it. So, and the zipper is going to go across probably the 8.5 inch. And so I haven't watched that yet. She says it's super easy. It probably is, because the hardest part would really, and it's not hard, would be that zipper. Because you don't have any pleats in it or anything. So I'm tempted to make 3. What the hey? I don't know. So more than likely that's what I will probably be doing. I'll watch it and see. But she had done a key fob one where it was fabric, you know, a short that goes over your wrist for your keys and everything. And I have seen one done that is crocheted. But I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to have to watch her key fob one. It's not going to be that difficult. It's just the hardware I don't have. I just need to look at the hardware to see what I need, because if I do the key fob one that goes around your wrist to hold your keys, then I'll need that to hook onto the bag. So, but anywho, I'm all over the place. So at the beginning of the year, there was 2 other gals who were joining me into pulling out of their stash yarn to make something once a month. And it didn't have to be sock yarn. My friend Jenny and I were doing sock yarn. My friend Miss Janet, she was doing acrylic yarn, making hats and all that stuff. And now that it's November, and Miss Teri has gotten way, way, way behind on the sock making, because I lost my mojo on making socks. Did I finish those Halloween ones? No. Am I really contemplating on ripping it out, even though there's going to be strips that are short because I've already cut them and weaved them in? Yeah. Because that's how much I don't care for the socks. Maybe I'll make them for our granddaughter. I think she'll probably be her mama's shoe size, 8.5, and that way I don't have to knit so much on them. I might do that. Jenny, did you finish yours, or did you rip them out? So anyways, once a month, the first of every month, I was supposed to draw out of my bag that I had pulled all my sock yarn out of and put them in bags. And Miss Jenny had done the same thing, and Miss Janet was doing it. So, you know, and all that to say, November's draw is right here. And Mr. Jerry was sitting in here, and instead of getting out my spin wheel, I gave him 2 number options, and he picked it, and this is what he picked. So this one is old, because I don't think she makes yarn anymore. It's called From Diabolical, yarns, and this is called Sophia, and this one is out of her Tensile sock yarn, 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 10% Tencel, Tencel. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. It's 100 grams or 380 yards. And this is what it is. So this one is pretty, and it's soft. It is soft. Now this winter, after all the holidays, I might get that itch again where I just will cast on and do a bunch of shorties. I like doing where the cuff is 25 rounds of knit 1, purl, knit 2, purl 2, and then I go right into the heel flap and gusset. I like the way that it fits, and I don't have to worry about knitting so much on the leg and everything. But lots of greens, purples. So that is my November, ladies. And if you're not doing it no more, don't worry about it. The other thing I've been crocheting on is Miss Layla's, and I got the back to 15 inches. It needs to be 18 inches. And just like I thought, I don't have enough pink to do 3 more inches. Don't even have enough pink to do the 1/2 of the round. So I'm thinking I'll probably go in my yarn stash and pull out a white, because it's the back of the pillow, and then she'll have a 3-inch stripe of the white. And I did see, and I got to figure out how the person did that. When she joined them, she did like a scalloped, so you had the scalloping all around it. And so I need to try to find that tutorial again and see how she did that, because I did like that, because then it would bring out that pop of white out the front a little bit against that pink. So I've been working on that. Haven't done much this weekend, but I've been working on it. And then Saturday, that mosaic overlay, the Secret Garden, started, and I got what she's broke it out into so many charts, and I got chart 1 done, and today I picked it up and started chart 2 on it. And I would have shown you all the colors, but you're going to see all of them here. I would have shown you the colors, I think, Friday's video. I'll try to remember to link it in the description, Friday's video on that. But it has all the colors in it right now except for one, which is the very light purple. And it's still hooked, because that's what you do, mosaic. You use one color at a time. So one color you go around, and when you join it in your last, this is in the corner one because it started in the center, and this is a continuous square that I'm doing, then you pick up the second color. So this is what it's looking like so far. I really like it. We were questioning that orangish peach that started out in the center. So but that's right in the center of that. Right here is where it started. And then I have to cut ends off, but this is what the back looks like. So this is really enjoyable, and I really like it. So I've been working on that, and now that I've got those makeup bags done, I can go pick my feet up and go sit down and crochet a little bit more. after I go pull out some white yarn. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on and say happy Monday, my friends. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend. Happy November 1st when it came around. Happy November. And I think somebody said there was only 6 weeks left till Christmas. Yeah, as a person who makes a lot of stuff, that's why we start early, isn't it? So, anyways, I think that's about it that I was going to talk about, that I can remember to talk about. And ladies, thank you for the encouragement and reminder on the weight loss journey. And you both are right, you know, because the way I look at it with that is, yeah, the scale is only one part of the measurement, isn't it? The other parts are how well I'm eating, what it's doing to my body inside, and how it's giving me more energy to be able to walk on the treadmill longer, and how to, you know, get over 5,000 steps. That is a little over, like, I think it was 2.6 miles, something like that. And if you figure, and that's in your house walking around. No wonder my feet hurt so much, you know. And so I did not walk on the treadmill today because, you know, I just want to have a rest day because my body got a lot of workout this weekend. And my clothes are feeling a little looser. And that's the other thing, is that last month at the beginning, I'll have to look at last month when I took my measurements. But I'm going to, once a month, you know, a month from each time, take my measurements, because on those times that I feel so down and out, because I feel the pressure of, you're not going to lose your weight, they're going to put you on medicine, they're going to do this and that, I can then look at that and go, but you're dropping inches, you know, and that is just as important as dropping the weight. So, but thank you again, I really appreciated that. If you both are right there, I would have said, I'm going to give you a hug if you'll take one, because I really appreciate it. So anyways, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to probably, because my calves are still a little sore, I think I'll take, you know, one Advil just to help ease those muscles a little bit and see how that goes, 1 or 2. And because once I'm up and around moving, it doesn't bother me, but sitting, because they're not moving, it does a little bit. So, but anyways, thanks again for stopping by, my friends. And I'm gonna go take my crochet back out, take my drink. Oh, Terry, you gotta go do the laundry first. I'm gonna go do the laundry first, put it in the dryer, then I'm gonna go sit down. So, as always, thanks again, my friends. See you soon.